Well, I mean, Richard Hadley, if he bowls on plasticine, has always got a chance. He's such a wonderful bowler. I mean, you can watch him forever. He gets in close. He got 4 wickets on the most unlikely surface in Wellington. And who's to say he's not going to do it here? Although I fear this is the sort of surface that will have given Pakistan, because they won the toss, a pretty considerable advantage, which is a pity. And I think probably even the bowler of Hadley's ability is going to be used more than anything to take off the shine.
Well, there's the first ball of the test match. Odessa and Rizwan are the opening batsmen for Pakistan. Let's go to our commentators now, Grant Nisbet and John Morrison.
Well, Odessa really didn't have a clue there. He's got a run, he might even have 2, as Andrew Jones goes chasing back. And Odessa looking round to see where the ball had finished up. In fact, found it had run down behind backward square leg. Oh, what a lovely ball. That certainly made some height.
A real dilemma really for the New Zealand selectors going into this test, arriving and finding a pitch that's bare. Traditionally, New Zealand have always had a seam attack and put the emphasis on their seam attack. But here we are with only 2 seamers in the side, and the 4 bowlers, which is thin by any stretch of the imagination, being made up by the 2 spinners, John Bracewell and Stephen Bach.
Runs here for Madassa. Great batch again in pursuit, and 2 easy runs taken. Another good ball from Hadley. No, says Steve Woodward. Oh, through his defences again. What a good over this is from Hadley. Oh, pulled away by Rizwan. That's a good shot. It's trickling out towards the boundary. He got rather under it, but the first boundary of the test match comes up. So 10 without loss after 4 completed overs, as we have another look from the hospitality area at Eden Park. For Pakistan, having won the toss this morning, Kamar Ahmed has joined us, and good start by Pakistan.
Yes, indeed. That's what they really wanted, to win the toss, and I'm not surprised at the team that they have picked for this test, because he's coming in for Aqib.
Another appeal for LBW. Madassa is out. And Richard Hadley gets test wicket number 396.
Well, Richard Hadley, he'll really be fired up. 396, he's very conscious of getting through to this 400. But very important from New Zealand's point of view that he bowls well this morning, and he seems to be responding very well to the call.
Well, that's a good stroke. And Hadley's been pulled away backward square for 4 runs, dropped it short, and Shoaib Mohammed quickly into his stride, takes 4 runs. That's a good stroke, short from Chatfield, and crack past, great batch, 4 runs. Rearing to get in there. Oh, that's a nice stroke. He plays that very well indeed. Short from Hadley and hooked away for further runs.
Yes, indeed. What a fine shot. He just gets into position very quickly. Anything short like that and goes for the hook. That wasn't that short, but he hit it so cleanly.
That's a nice stroke. He's found the gap here in the offside field. John Wright should overhaul it. And the batsmen have time for 3 runs. Good cricket all round.
Oh, and it's dropped. A catch goes down. The New Zealand captain at mid-on puts down a mistimed hook by Rizwan. It certainly carried to him on the full. Rizwan has a let-off. New Zealand grass a chance. Done for 17 so far for Chatfield. Bowling to Shoaib. It's lofted away over mid-wicket. Field is quite lush, but this ball should go all the way. Mark and Crow giving chase. 4 runs. Well played by Shoaib. 39-40. In fact, is the score for 1 wicket.
It's caught. Jeff Crow took the catch. Stephen Bock has the wicket, and Rizwan is out.
And here it is, bowling wide on the crease, Stephen Bock. He's chased it just a little bit, and Jeff Crow, looking to anticipate to his right, has taken a very nice catch there to his left, in fact. And look, they're delighted with that. See, it's just a little bit not quite there to play that stroke. Oh, and I'm pleased with that. Looking to drive. Just got enough purchase on the wicket to catch the edge.
That has a big heave here, 3 mid-wicket, and he'll get 4 runs. But that certainly wasn't a very good shot. Bock to Dad. Again, the big hit, and this time he's got over the top and 6 runs. Pakistan 58 for 2. Richard Hadley bowling to Shoaib. Well, that's a lovely looking cover drive as Richard Hadley starts a new spell. It's a very short boundary out there, and Shoaib reaches the boundary and takes 4 runs. That takes him now to 27. So in bright sunshine now at Eden Park. 67 for 2. Bock to Shoaib. That's a nice stroke. Chatfield has the chase. The outfield's quite green. And they're going to look for a 3rd run here, and that's well run, my word. That's scampered up and down the pitch. End of the over, 70 for 2. Great bats chasing, but this will be in vain. 4 runs. And the runs really coming very quickly here in this last 5 or 6 minutes. Mark Greatbatch has fielded extremely well so far this morning. Over the top this time, Shoaib. That's a good hit. 1 bounce, 2 bounces, bang, 4 runs. Well, that one ended up down at 2nd slip somehow. Let's have a look at the replay and just see exactly where it came from.
Charlotte Meena goes back first and then comes forward, but it's quite clearly from the full flush of the pad. And it bounces anyway.
Hadley bowling to Shoaib. Oh, just wide of Robert Vance. Came off a leading edge. And a very lucky Shoaib as he walks away.
It's short, he looks to turn it on the leg side. He's just got a little nick on it. Comes off his body. Bat first, onto body. Just wide of Robert Vance. Quite a difficult one for Vance because he's looking to stand up. Oh, just wide of his right hand. What a great way to end the session it would have been for New Zealand. So he looks to turn it on the onside.
Good shot. 3rd man boundary is unprotected. A big chase on here for Mark Greatbatch. But it's 4. So 4 runs for Shoaib, down to 3rd man. He's 48, and it's 88 for 2. He's hit it in the air again, over the top. 1 bounce. Into the boundary for 4. Here's Hadley to Dad. What a great shot. Whoa. Up to the boundary and cover for 4. He really launched himself into that one.
Well, it does look like Dad wants to take hold of this game, and that's encouraging, really. We've had 2 test matches, obviously the Dunedin one was washed out, so it was just all frustration down there. But in Wellington, no one seemed to want to take hold of the game. And here's Dad playing shots and really saying, look, I want to control this game. And Pakistan have got that opportunity, batting first.
Slower ball from Hadley, but well picked up by Dad. He finds the gap down through mid-off. Good chase on here for John Wright. It's 4 more. Consecutive boundaries for me and Dan off Hadley. It's in the air, and Chatfield can't get to it. It's going to go to the fence for 4. Well, perhaps not being unkind to you and Chatfield, a more agile fieldsman at mid-off, they will have got to that, but it's 50 for Shoaib Mohammed. He's 52. In the air, hit very straight. A fine shot by Shoaib. That'll get him 4 runs. The men are stationed at mid-on and at mid-off, and Shoaib hit that one perfectly straight, directly back over the bowler's head for 4. It's a boundary square of the wicket and a couple straight. And he's hit another one. This time it's slightly wide, but it's over the fence at long on for 4.
It's well hit. Another good shot by Shoaib, and he's showing now that he's prepared to go for it. Now, I wonder what John Wright will do. He'll probably push someone back, I imagine. So there's Mark Greatbatch. He's the man running in your picture, but he was up at mid-on. Yes, in fact, he is being pushed back to long on the boundary for Shoaib now.
Here goes me and Dad, and this time he's over the top and wait for the umpire, 6 runs. That's 50 to Jarvis me and Dad.
Shoaib on strike.
Well, that's a nice stroke too from Shoaib. New Zealand players converging from everywhere, but will they make it? Richard Hadley, I think, almost made it, but I think it went over the fence. Or over the rope anyway, in 4 runs. End of the over, 144 for 2.
Hit away, and that's 4 runs. John Bracewell couldn't stop that down a backward square leg. Chatfield straying out of the leg stump, and Shoaib into position very quickly. Pretty short boundary down there on that side. And Shoaib gets his 14th boundary and goes to 81.
Yes, I think it is at this stage, particularly Stephen Bock just unable to get a little bit of a turn from this wicket.
What a great shot by me and Dad. That's 4. John Wright couldn't stop that one. Dropped. Almost a brilliant effort by Richard Hadley. Great effort to get as far as he did on his follow-through. Down the wickets, over the top, and into the stand for 6 more. The second 6 that Jarvis me and Dad has hit over extra cover of Stephen Bock. Wonderful shot. Short boundary down there. But great use of the feet by me and Dad, and that was 6 from the moment it left the bat. End of the over, it's 183 for 2, and me and Dad 78.
Well, me and Dad really make something out of nothing, because it's not a really bad ball from Stephen Bock here. And look at that. Clean hit.
It's a nice looking stroke from Jarvis, gave himself room, and the outfield is quickening up as the day goes on, and Andrew Jones has to give it away. That's a good shot, and 4 runs. What a shot. Through the covers for 4. Here's the 100 coming up. And yet another test 100 for Jarvis me and Dad. His 21st, in fact.
The score is 221 for 2. That's the end of John Bracewell's over, 221 for 2.
And here's runs for Shoaib, and this will be his 100. It's on 98. He'll certainly pick up 2, and he'll come back for 3. A long chase for John Bracewell around the boundary. So Shoaib gets 100 onto 101, and he's through. And he's showing his affection, as you see, for his back. And what a good effort. Has been a good innings. He's come in and right from the outset he's gone on with the job, and he hasn't been afraid to play shots, has he, Henry? The me and Dad comes down, lofts it high and hard. What a great shot. That's 6 runs. And it's caught in the stand, in fact. Well, that was a good catch, but unfortunately for New Zealand, it was in the stand. Definitely 6 runs, and he's played that shot very well, hasn't he? And to give himself a little room and hit it down sort of over a wide-ish long off. Oh, good looking. Oh, that's 4 more. And doesn't he play that shot beautifully? And he's gone for that one. Where's that one gone? It's 4 runs. Over mid-wicket, 1 bounce, 4 more. And that's the end of the over, 254 for 2. Good-looking shot from Shoaib. In fact, it looks like no one wanted to field it for a moment. A long chase for Bert Vance. Unsuccessful one at that. He was long on fairly straight, and that went through the mid-wicket region. Well, Javed Miandad's a bit lucky there. He went to hit Jones over the top. He didn't get hold of it. And in the meantime, Mark Brakegoff's a great save out there. He's been rather well known for those. Hurling himself at the ball, but going back to the shot, he was a wee bit lucky to get away with that one, Henry, I think. It's these sort of pitches, oh, that's a good shot. 4 more. Hasn't he placed those well, too? Richard Hadley, that just seemed to keep running away from Richard Hadley.
Calling for the short single, and it's been duly completed. There's 150 for Miandad. Just wide of third slip, 4 runs. Moral victory for Hadley, but of course they don't count really. And Miandad takes another boundary. And the players leave the field at the end of day 1 here of the 3rd test. And Pakistan are 289 for the loss of 2. A partnership unbroken here of 245 runs between Shoaib Mohammad and Javed Miandad. So first ball of the 2nd morning with Chatfield to Miandad. And immediately Miandad takes a single. And Pakistan advance to 290 for 2. Attacking field set by John Wright for Chatfield. New Zealand desperately seeking an early breakthrough here this morning as Chatfield bowls to Shoaib. Well, that's a good stroke from Shoaib. Immediately he gets into gear as well and should get a couple. Oh, there's a mix-up here. They're both at the same ends. Chance for New Zealand, and Shoaib was out.
Well, what a fiasco. Shoaib and Miandad, total lack of communication to a ball just dabbed down that dribbled away from gully, and they made about 3 separate decisions, all wrong, and in the end it was Shoaib who was given out. Have another look from side on. Miandad, the batsman. Shoaib was coming through, as you see. Miandad took off, and then for some reason or other he decided against it.
To the new man, Amir Malik. Well, that's a testing delivery.
Oh, that was a good bouncer from Richard Hadley. He almost ducked into that one.
Beautifully struck off the back foot. That's 4 runs.
You know, they don't come much better than that, do they? That was a magnificent stroke.
Great shot. 4 runs down to 3rd man. Somewhat unusual shot, considering the place the ball finally finished up in. This time off the back foot. That'll be 4 more.
I suppose when we criticise John Bracewell for bowling down leg side, and he tries to put it outside the off stump, he gets hit.
Gave Amir a bit of width to Chatfield, and this should run it out to the boundary okay, and 4 runs. Beautifully placed again by Javed Miandad. Great catch after it. And the batsmen, no, they don't go for their 3rd run. I think they had time. Maybe Miandad likes to face it. Once again, away through mid-wicket. Great bat should get this again. And they're just dawdling up and down the pitch. They only want 2. Javed's enjoying facing Bracewell, I think, at the moment. And although it's not terribly damaging, it's forced the players from the field.
Javed Miandad will be the batsman to take strike against Ewan Chatfield. A total of 37 minutes play was lost in the morning session. 15 minutes lost right at the start of the day, and then they went off the park again at 8 minutes past 12. And we're off until the scheduled lunch break at 12:30. Brock, the fieldsman, down at backward square. Javed Miandad to 184. Pakistan 335. Amir Malik on 12 with the batsman facing. Well bowled. That really took off. Interestingly, John, it's probably the first one Chatfield's got to go from that end.
Yes, I was just going to comment that he's bowled most of his deliveries from the other end, but this really left Amir Malik and climbed as well. Look where Ian Smith took it.
That one does the opposite.
Bowled away for overs, old chap. He hasn't got too many past the bat. He's 2 in a row. Amir Malik, that was a poor shot there, wasn't it? He didn't get in line at all. He just sparred at it a bit.
Down the wicket, over the top. And that's a good shot for 4. After extra cover, Amir Malik goes to 17. And that's his 3rd boundary. Well, it was in the air for a time, but no second slip in. 3rd man is unprotected. That'll go for 4.
That was a bit dodgy, wasn't it? Amir Malik just putting the bat out there. He's finished up with 4. I don't suppose he worries too much how he gets them.
4 runs off the edge for Javed Miandad. The outfield slowed up a little bit with the rain we've had, but it gets to the rope comfortably. Miandad goes to 191. That's the Pakistan 350 posted.
New Zealand down to 3 bowlers here with Richard Hadley off the field. Oh, lovely stroke, but what a good piece of fielding from Breakdown.
Wasn't that a marvellous piece of cricket? A dot in the book, but a good ball, beautiful footwork, a marvellous flowing stroke, and a great piece of fielding.
Bang, and away it goes, and it'll be 6 runs. What a shot. Another double century for Javed Miandad.
So much for a tickle on the leg side. It was a wonderful way to get there, wasn't it?
Well, if anybody deserves a wicket, it's Ewan Chatfield. How many times today has he beaten the bat?
And Pakistan's 400 is posted with that single. Javed Miandad has over 50% of those runs. He's 220. Oh, what a great shot. Runs out through the covers. Great use of the feet again to the spin bowler. Well taken by Smith. Just a glance to Miandad's thigh pad, or trousers as it went through. The answer is not out, and the end of the over has arrived at 420 for 3.
Lovely free-flowing drive and good fielding again by Great Batch. End of the over, 438 for 3. And he's gone. Jeff Price off the catch. And New Zealand has the 4th wicket. Nicely through the gap on the leg side. Martin Crowe with a chase. And 2 runs for Salim Malik to get him started.
Ball in the gap between cover and mid-off, down a long off. Chatfield does the fielding. A single for Miandad. He's 254. Ooh, that's gone. Way to the fence. Over the rope on the first bounce. Solid shot from Salim Malik. Bok to Newzeland. It's a big hit away, and that's going to be 4 more runs. So Javid Newzeland is 258. It's 463 for 4 here at Eden Park.
Yes, I mean, you're right in a sense. He's a very metronomic bowler. I'm not trying to say every delivery is the same by any means, but there's a sort of routine, isn't there? And you just, not one hair or step must be out of place.
A bit of confusion here. If that had hit, maybe he would have been out, but it didn't, so we'll... And there's 200 runs completed for Stephen Bok. It's 550 for Pakistan, and Imran Khan goes to 28. But even Stephen Bok can see the humour of the situation. He's showing some affection for the pitch here, Stephen Bok. 1 for 200. Amazing sort of figures, aren't they?
Well, Salim Malik was walking away outside the off stump before Chatfield was anywhere near the bowling crease on that occasion. Chatfield bowls it outside off, and Salim Malik just hoiks it away. Does it again. And he's got 4 more. No need to walk for that. In fact, this is going to be over the fence, isn't it? Yes, it's 6.
Stephen Bok and John Bracewell, of course, they don't bowl in boots anyway. They're bowling in cricket shoes with no sprigs at all. So you wouldn't expect a lot of damage.
That's a nice stroke. That'll go to the fence for 4 runs. Bok was wide, and Imran chased it and struck it away through the covers.
111 overs old.
Away he goes again. He sliced this one. away down backward a point. And 4 runs. Well, there's still plenty of enthusiasm and commitment there from Mark Grapatch. And he was disappointed he didn't get to that one. Hammered away down to long on by Malik for another run. 74 now, 588 for 5. Imran down the pitch again. This is high in the air, and it's going to fall wide of any fieldsman. Andrew Jones was a long way from that one, and Imran sprinting back for a 3rd run.
Of course, when Australia went in, they just scored the 200, and then were bowled out in the second innings for 123.
Big hit here from Imran. This will go all the way. That's a huge hit. 6 runs. Straight back over the bowler's head, and they'll have time for a 2 anyway. So 1 run required by Imran now to complete 3,000 in Test cricket.
Very useful performance by Imran, isn't it? 3,000 Test runs.
And Imran Khan has those 3,000 runs in Test cricket. He's the 8th Pakistani to do that, but more significantly, the 3rd player in Test history to perform the double of scoring 3,000 and taking 300 wickets, the other 2 being England's Ian Botham and India's Kapil Dev.
Imran is a better batsman.
Just the 1 run taken. The players leave the field, and we probably won't know for a wee while whether Imran Khan has declared.
Salim Jaffer then, first ball of the innings to Robert Vance. That's what you call a loosener.
Yes, well, he hasn't been on the field for 3 days, has he? Amazingly, there's 4 players in the Pakistani side. Here we are after lunch on day 3, and this is their first appearance on the playing arena.
And at long last, the New Zealand batsman is required to put bat on ball. At the end of the 2nd over, and that was also a maiden. It's a good shot by Robert Vance. The New Zealand innings is underway. They get 2. An off drive from Salim Jaffer. Salim Jaffer bowling to Robert Vance. There's that favourite catch shot of his again. This will go up to the rope for 4 more. Eventually. Shot for LBW with Vance not offering. It was well forward. It was outside the off stump, but it was the line of the ball.
I think that was a bit hopeful, but let's see what sort of line it was. Well, that would have missed the off stump by about 6 inches.
Well, that was fairly close to the off stump.
Field for court, and John Wright is given. The New Zealand skipper is out, and Pakistan have struck.
The Seagull was out too.
Facing Towsey. And Jones has a run immediately. Good looking shot here from Vance. And he got plenty of power on that. And 4 runs. So here's the 1989 version of the Pakistan leg spinners. This is Abdul Qadir, first bowl of the Test match. Bowling to Jones. Full toss. No run.
Well, we'll have to wait for the second ball to see if there's any turn, won't we?
No shot played.
That's the googly. That's the one that comes back.
shall we say, well left. Oh, goodness gracious me, that one bit. That spun back and it beat everybody. I think it must have flicked Andrew Jones's pad. Abdul Qadir starting again. Last to run off the bat, the pressure is eased. It's not the most convincing shot that Robert Vance has ever played, but it may well go to the rope. No good save by Showett. And they've run 3. It was in the air for a time, but Ahmed Malik couldn't get a hand to it. And it gets to the rope for 4.
The repeat shot. Salim Jaffa chasing, give it away though, 4 more.
Robert Vance turns around the corner to reach his first Test 50. Well batted, Robert Vance. New Zealand go to 77 for 1. It's a proud moment in the cricketing career of this experienced Wellington player. Good shot. 4 runs.
Oh, he goes for a big hit, and he's really got hold of this one. It's 6 runs over long on. Hammered into the covers, and there's 4 more. Feast or famine, maybe, for Andrew Jones. Good shot, over-pitched by Abdul Qadir, and Jones responds with a fine cover drive. Oh, he goes for this one, it's in the air, he could be caught, he is. Robert Vance, he's furious with himself. Shoaib the man at point, who's taken the catch. Abdul Qadir has struck. Vance trying to hit him over the top. To lose his cool a bit there, and he skied it away. And Shoaib running back at point took a good catch.
Crowe has his first run, and they won't try for the second on the misfield. So Martin Crowe is underway. Oh, confusion, and Jones is out. Direct hit from Salim Jaffa, and terrible confusion between the 2 batsmen, and Andrew Jones is on his way.
Struck firmly by Martin Crowe, gets there in good position. Calls a single straight to Jaffa, he's a left-hander of course. Oh, and look, he's nobody home. What a shame. Oh, there's God.
Stephen Box underway. May not have meant that to go quite where it did, but it was a run nonetheless. Oh, that's a little edge. Nicely directed by Stephen Box between the keeper and the first slip, and down the fence for 4 runs. Field for all the bad.
Well, he's asking the other umpire, did he catch it, which is often...
And it's been given. Stephen Bock has been given out. And he doesn't like it.
And it's a wrong one from Abdul Qadir. It's gone through, and it appears to have gone through onto the front pad. And was certainly caught. The question that will have to be asked, of course, is did he manage to get a touch before it went onto the pad? That one doesn't really tell us conclusively whether he managed to get a bat to it. Let's have a close look at this. Does it hit the bat?
Missed the bat by miles, didn't it? gracious. What a beauty to get first up.
Yes. But he actually, he's played it quite well. He's looked... See, he's played the line there, in fact, and it's even though it looks comprehensively beaten, which in fact he was, he's covered his options quite well, Mark Greatbatch.
End of the over, and indeed that is the end of the day's play.
Thank you, Grant. And time now to sum up this third day of the third Rothmans Test match. First, let's go to the close of play scoreboard with New Zealand in some trouble in reply to that score of 616 for 5 declared, 133 for 4. Great batting from Robert Vance, 10 boundaries in his score of 68. John Wright first out for 2. Andrew Jones tragically run out for 47 when he was really looking to get on top of the Pakistan spinners. Martin Crowe there on 3. Stephen Bock, promoted to be the night watchman, didn't quite do the job. He's out for 8, and Mark Greatbatch there at the end, not out, no score. 133 for 4 with 5 extras. A look at the Pakistan bowling. Salim Jaffer bowled 7 overs, Imran Khan 9, but it's the spinners who have done the damage. Tausif 1 for 49 up 29. The wicket he took was in his first over, and Abdul Qadir 2 for 51 off 21 overs.
From a famous name, a winning number. Players number 6. Flavor and action. Sharing and winning. Players number 6. Discover the flavor of excitement. Players number 6.
To Martin Crowe. No ball bowled by Carter first up, so there's a run for New Zealand. 134 for 4.
He succumbed a little.
He's the first to run from the bat this morning. Imran, the fieldsman, has got himself a new hat again. Imran. There we are. It's turned to blue today. It was white yesterday.
Stephen Bock, I should mention, came in as the night watchman last night. I thought it was a little early, really, to send him in. It was only 10 past 5 and 20 minutes to go, and spinners bowling. Possibility of around about 6 overs. So here we're going for a night watchman.
It's a pretty rough delivery, and Greatbatch has sent it on its way. 4 runs to Mark Greatbatch to get him off the mark. Bowling to Martin Crowe. Field down the leg side. Crowe's not interested, neither is Steve Woodward. And there we are, straight away this morning. And Imran Khan is going to have to take a hold here again.
Well, out of field, Yusuf taking the ball. Let's have a close look and see what it did here. And that just flicked the back of the pad. And up they go, the whole performance, and it really is quite ridiculous. And Richard Hadley mentioned the sort of pressure they're going to be under, and if this is going to go on, it's going to be quite a day, isn't it?
Yes, I think we're going to have to stop being nice to these fellows shortly, John. That was just ridiculous. Another single for Greatbatch. So New Zealand picking up the runs in the first 2 overs this morning. That's the end of the second over. It's 141 for 4. That's a nice stroke from Crowe. Chase here for Salim Malik. And 2 runs for Crowe out towards mid-wicket.
It's not really Tausif in the classic mould of off-spinners. Doesn't look that poised in his run to the bowling mark. But over pitching a shade, Martin Crowe doing well, just hitting it wide of Salim Malik at mid-on.
Oh, dear me, I think that might have had a bit of bat in it.
Yes, it had that sound about it, didn't it? Pushing forward, quick through the air, Tausif. Let's see if we can pick it up.
Abdul Qadir now bowling to Mark Greatbatch. Oh, he hit it in the air, not too far wide of Imran Khan, 4 runs. Once again, it was the one that went the other way from Carter, and Great Batch stood and read it off the pitch.
But because of the slowness, his weight was going backwards rather than towards it, and therefore the ball went in the air. And this is exactly the sort of thing that can happen on very slow pitches with long hops. The batsman gets his weight in the right position, the ball isn't there, and then pulls away when he's hitting the stroke, and up she goes.
Two boundaries this morning by Mark Greatbatch. He's now 13, and it's 156 for 4. Well, that's a lovely stroke. 4 runs. Carter dropping short, and Greatbatch punishes him through the covers.
That one came on a bit quicker to the bat, didn't it? He didn't sit up and look at him like the other did, and so he got it absolutely right. He was moving into the ball as he hit it, and along the ground she went.
That's the end of the over from Carter. It's 160 for 4.
And there's another one. Good shot by Greatbatch, a square cut for 4.
He's very strong now, isn't he? And he doesn't waste the opportunity. Got well back, was on top of that, again leaning into the stroke. And away it went for. He's got very good placement too. Pushes the ball away into the gaps. And I think every 4 that comes is going to make Abdul Kader grow that much more frustrated. And I think his control, as I was saying a few moments ago, will then suffer.
Great shot by Martin Crowe. Kosif overpitched it just a little and had more flights on the delivery, and Crowe very quickly to the pitch. Lovely on drive for 4. Imran Khan then starting his first over of the morning, bowling to Martin Crowe. And he's greeted with a classical Martin Crowe cover drive. Beautiful shot.
Yes, indeed. What a great shot. And Imran Khan, as Henry Blofeld and Grant Nisbet were mentioning, coming back into the bowling crease, and that was really rather a loose delivery. So a little break for New Zealand here, having weathered the storm of these 2 spinners, a concentrated hour, pretty tough going, and now Imran Khan hit away for 4, first ball.
In the effort time, but a fine on drive by Mark Greatbatch. And that's his 5th boundary. He goes to 29.
Well hit. Once he decided to hit, he went through with it and hit it hard.
Crowe's hit it straight off the back foot. And Kosif has the chase again. Martin Crowe with a couple more, and he moves to 23.
Rather a fruitful over for New Zealand, this one. A 4, a single and 2. And interesting that Abdul Kader's coming around the wicket now to Martin Crowe, as well as to Mark Greatbatch, the left-hander. Martin Crowe, right-hander, of course.
With those footmarks there left by the right arm over the wicket bowlers, would perhaps be looking to bowl a batsman around his legs. That's one option that he does have.
Yes, I think if we look at Martin Crowe's stance, we'll see that he comes, there he is, he's very open. He's probably batting on about leg stump there.
Yes, and Martin Crowe would, I imagine, be saying to himself, I must not sweep. Martin Crowe doesn't sweep a lot, but that's one shot that really must be put in the back cupboard today.
Oh, good ball.
Carter coming around the wicket, and indications here that Mark Greatbatch is playing for the ball coming back in.
Nice stroke for Martin Crowe. As South Sea starts a new over and Crow hits it away for 4.
And obviously not a front line bowler. I see Martin Crowe there talking to Mark Greatbacks and saying, I think he's an off spinner that goes this way.
And somebody in close there, one of the Pakistan fieldsmen said leg break.
Yes, he has the best bowling figures of 2 for 8 against the West Indies in Georgetown. And they're the highest score of 188 scored at the West Indies. Also, I think, scored at Brisbane in the first year. So you could say Martin Crowe's a weakness on 188.
Not a bad weakness to have, is it?
Abdul Kader from the scoreboard end. And he starts off with a no ball. That's the 3rd time he's overstepped that front line.
Funnily enough, Peter, it was the first ball this morning of the morning play that he bowled a no ball, and here we are, the first ball of this session, the middle session, another no ball. It's one of those sort of useless pieces of information, but there we are.
Well, there's yet another appeal, and Abdul Kader has got into the pleading mode again. Mark Greatbatch knows that he never hit that, and Brian Aldridge agrees with him.
Well, there are a few sounds in there, but I think it was the bat hitting the back of the boot. Interesting that some of the fielders weren't quite so keen about the whole thing, and I think that tells a story in itself.
That was a good take. That piece of action just never happened.
He was cancelling a ball that was never bowled.
So New Zealand 1 short of 200, getting towards the halfway mark as far as their target of 417 is concerned. Another no ball. It's beautifully struck for 4 runs. Well, Martin Crowe, through very deft footwork, was able to get down the wicket, and that's a magnificent shot for 4. That's probably the first example we've seen of a New Zealand batsman able to dance down the wicket to this very quick off-spinner.
Indeed, and didn't he time it well? He didn't really hit it hard. He just held back a bit. I think he was conscious of not wanting to hit it in the air if the pitch is a shade slow and maybe it turned. But he just timed it so well, got down to it, and it just kept going.
Well played again. It was short, and it's been punched away to the boundary at cover for 4. Martin Crowe moving to 44. And that's a milestone passed for Martin Crowe. He's now moved into 4th place on New Zealand's all-time test run-making list. Here's the shot that did it.
What a great shot it was. Yeah, indications after lunch that Martin Crowe's not going to be tied down. He's played 1 or 2 very nice shots indeed.
Oh, yeah. And he's got 4 more. Short boundary and fine leg is unprotected. Again, that was brilliantly played. Coming onto the front foot and turning it around the corner for another boundary. And there it is. It's another boundary. It's Martin Crowe's half century. He's 52, and it's also 3,000 test runs for Martin Crowe.
Oh, another great shot. Bring up his 50 onto 52. A real flurry of runs, I said a moment ago. Haven't they been good runs? And there we are, the 3,000 runs.
Short again, he's been hit to the fence. Again by Martin Crowe. Abdul Kader just having real problems with his length at the moment. Anything short is just being hammered away through the area near point by Martin Crowe. Down the ground, a beautiful straight drive. Dog giving chase. And he's kept it in play. 3 runs for Martin Crowe. Shows a very enthusiastic man in the outfield, and that was great commitment by him. So Martin Crowe with 3 more goes to 60. It's 231 for 4. Dangerously low.
Yes, I think with Tausif pushing the ball through as flat and as quickly as he does when he keeps low, and there's the little inside edge. In good enough position, Martin Crowe, so it ricocheted onto the pad, but worrying.
As the century partnership, Salim Jaffa trots in from the fence, done a fine leg. The Martin Crowe is 61. Mark Greatbatch has contributed 36 of the runs to the partnership. The 2 helmets settle down behind the keeper. Here comes Jaffa to Crowe. Bowled, but there's 1 ball to go in the over. That's the only signal that Brian Aldridge will make. Just signalling to his colleague Steve Woodward there. That was a good delivery. Salim Yusuf excited about it.
Yes, often when a quick bowler comes on after a batsman has been playing a slow bowl, there's a wee bit of adjustment to be done in terms of the batsman, and on that occasion it was noticeable that Mark Greatbatch pushed out rather a long way to that delivery.
End of the over from Salim Jaffa, 237 for 4. One. Smart piece of running. It hit the batsman, and they've decided that they're going to take over throws. So 1 has turned into 3. Martin Crowe fair sprinting for them. Well, the New Zealanders prepared to take advantage of anything that goes their way. Interesting decision to take the runs there. Perhaps we can talk about that in the next over, because it is now the end of the over from Salim Jaffa, 244 for 4.
Oh, a lovely shot. Rizwan chasing. But he can't pull it back, and Martin Crowe hits his 9th boundary. Lovely stroke through the offside. Imran, perhaps not as quick as he used to be, and the ball to the fence for 4.
Yes, it was not the greatest ball, giving him width, half volley, thrown out well wide of the off stump. There's nothing that Mark Greatbatch does with greater enjoyment than drive them away square with a wicket for 4. Hits it beautifully.
Bit of life there from Madasa, but he had to drop it fairly short. Greatbatch swayed out of the way, end of the over, 252 for 4.
And it's new ball time. So it has come after, in the 112th over. And it's now been thrown, there you see it, to Salim Jaffa. His first reaction is to polish it. It's a sort of, I don't think you can make a new ball any more shiny than it is already, but he's having a try.
First ball then with the second new ball. Jaffa bowling to Martin Crowe. Seemed to carry much better to the wicketkeeper.
One.
Well run.
Come on, boys.
I wonder if we could see him round this time when he comes into bowl, because he was holding the ball across, not down the seam as you would expect. He was holding it across the seam then, and perhaps trying to persuade the batsman, I don't know, into thinking he was going to hit the seam and it would go straight on. It was rather curious.
Oh, that really took off. 4 byes.
I remember poor old Rodney Marsh having to suffer a lot of that sort of stuff when Jeff Thompson and Dennis Lilly bowled in 74, 5 and 6. There was no way he could get a touch, and the umpire was constantly signalling 4 byes. And there was one game where after 4 overs, the opposition were 20 for no wicket, and Rodney Marsh had given away 20 byes. He hadn't been able to get a touch to any of them.
Oh, nice shot. 50 runs for Mark Greatbatch.
It's well played, Mark Greatbatch. He came in last evening with only a few minutes remaining in the day's play. Very difficult situation. He's battled on with Martin Crowe, and they really have established a marvellous partnership. And 52 runs to Mark Greatbatch. His 3rd Test 50.
Oh dear, that flew.
Shot for LBW. Brian Aldridge says not out. It's pretty difficult for the left armer rolling over the wicket to the right-hander to get an LBW. Let's see where this one pitches. Well, that's a good shot.
Yes, I'd suggest there's a hint that it's landing outside the line of the leg stump. And if that's the case, of course, that can't be out.
What's the word here?
Well, I just wonder if the umpires aren't going to have a word with Imran Khan. There's been 1 or 2 words said, and they are not impressed.
Yes, I think that's what it is. A little disciplinary word to Imran Khan. Yes, he's pointing back towards the slips as if to say there's too much abuse coming from that area. Brian Aldridge in particular is doing the talking. He was the subject of it. Straight down the ground for 4 by Mark Greatbatch. Great shot. And Imran Khan's almost bowling with a temper here. And when that happens, there's no control. That was a bad ball and hit the fence for 4. Martin Crowe in strike. Crowe's walked, he's out, caught down the leg side. Followed one from Salim Jaffer. He didn't wait for the umpire's decision. Martin Crowe was out for 78, and at long last Pakistan have got the breakthrough. 286 for 5 now is the score. Good catch by Salim Yusuf down the leg side. Here's Jeremy Kearney.
Yes, well, this is a big blow that Salim Jaffer has made here. It's pitched outside leg stump, and Martin Crowe just pushing outside his pads with the bat there, looking to work it down. And has really been strangled in a sense down the leg side. My word, he'll be disappointed. What a good innings.
286 for 5. Over top, what a good shot again. His Greatbatch breaks the shackles. And he gets 4 runs down to long off. Another one, and he's bowled him. The short ball, Greatbatch was looking to pull it. Perhaps it wasn't as short as he thought. He's misjudged it. He's been bowled for 76, and New Zealand 294 for 6.
Well, what a disappointment here. It is a wrong, and you see it turn back the other way and just clips the top of the off stump. Just what Pakistan needed, but what a good innings from Mark Greatbatch. John Bracewell, of course, known as a fighter, a doughty sort of man. Loves to sweep, quite an unorthodox player of spin bowling. This will be interesting as well.
Oh, and he bowled as well. That was the googly again. That really took off. Tragedy for New Zealand. John Bracewell out, first ball. They go up to afternoon tea, and quite a sensational end to the session. John Bracewell out bowled for no score. Abdul Qadir will come back after the break on a hat-trick. He's got 4 wickets now, 4 for 119.
Jeff Crow really being crowded here by Imran Khan with a Carter on this hat-trick. Rather wasted. That relieves some of the tension. That's a lovely stroke. 4 runs to Ian Smith. Give him any room at all and away it goes. Smacked away again by Ian Smith. 4 more runs. You simply can't drop it short outside the off stump. Carter now to Ian Smith. Balls it away through backward a square 4 runs.
Good shot by Ian Smith.
Not out to Steve Woodward. And here we go again.
Gold leaf. For the taste alone. For the taste alone. Gold leaf. Gold Leaf International. From a famous name, a winning number. Players number 6. Flavor and action. Sharing and winning. Players number 6. Discover the flavor of excitement. Players number 6.
Well, let's have a look at the replay. And that hit those foot marks. He'd land on the foot marks, pushed forward. That didn't appear to hit the bat. And up they go, the Pakistanis, but umpire Steve Woodward was unimpressed. Well, that got nowhere near the gloves or the bat.
Bad ball to Jeff Crow, and that's been punished. That was a lovely shot. He saw that it was over toss and just leaned into it. Didn't need brute force. Timed it so sweetly. And 4 runs for Jeff Crow. Tossif starting a new over to Jeff Crow. He's in the air for a time, but Tossif couldn't get there. So and Jeff are coming around to do the fielding now on the boundary. And Jeff Crow's got 2 runs. That's a good shot by Ian Smith. Time Carter was too full of length. And with it being outside the leg stump, he was very keen to whack that to the fence at mid-wicket before.
I wonder what that did for this. That little edge, I think it may have been. It's running away down to the boundary. Doesn't quite make it. It's Salim Jaffa down there. And we'll wait for some pass to Woodward. Nothing signalled, so a bit of bat involved there. Oh, overpitched, well hit. This is 4. No one bothers to move. Really, Abdul Qadir is just falling away, I suppose is a nice way of describing the fact that he's not bowling very well at the moment. Oh, swung away by Ian Smith. What a good shot. 4 runs. No doubt about that one. Hit with a great deal of authority.
Pakistan have obviously decided this is the last ball of the day. So they're going to crowd Jeff Crow just a little more. sees it out well enough, and the day's play is ended. And a most satisfactory day from New Zealand's point of view, starting at 133 for 4, and that is the stump score on this, the 4th day, so it really is going to be most important tomorrow in the first hour or so as New Zealand attempt to get through to 417, which would mean they will avoid the follow-on. First run of the morning, Ian Smith not timing that, but the field is very deep on the leg side, and he gets an easy single, and Smith goes to 38. 361 now for 7.
Good shot by Jeff.
First run of the morning for Jeff Crow.
But there's 3 for Jeff Crow. That takes him into the 30s. He goes to 32. Well bowled. Ian Smith did not read that one. Oh, and that was dropped. That was an opportunity for Pakistan, but it's been put down on the slips. Amir Malik is the guilty party.
What a good over by the man. Difficult catch, isn't it? But he got both hands to it, just perhaps was not concentrating, because he's normally quite reliable, Amir Malik. But he hit it, didn't he? I mean, he was throwing his bat at the ball, so it was coming at a fair pace.
This time Ian Smith is out, caught by Mudasa just in front of point, and New Zealand lose their 8th wicket. Still short of the follow-on. Everyone gets the breakthrough. Ian Smith, who had been looking rather insecure in recent times, is out. Here's Martin Crowe. Well bowled, and Jeff Crowe is out, caught by Miandad at slip. So New Zealand are now 9 wickets down. Well, a breakthrough, a double breakthrough for Pakistan. 2 wickets in 2 overs, and Jeff Crowe goes. Let's look at this again.
It was very, very full, and I just wonder what this hit. I think that hit the toe. Now, did that hit Jeff Crowe's toe? I just wonder.
Well, the umpire didn't think so. He said it hit the bat. That's why Jeff Crowe is out. Caught Miandad, bowled Kadir for 33. And New Zealand now with an uphill struggle to get to the follow-on mark. 388 for 9.
Well, let's have a close look at it. Well, the umpire said I reckon it hit the toe.
So Hadley stays put, and Martin Crowe runs through on his behalf, and Chatfield now comes into strike.
And that was a very nasty delivery, and really it was short again, but didn't bounce as much, and Chat's fended off. I'm not quite sure where it came from. It doesn't really matter because it fell harmlessly. I guess if we pick this one, he lost sight of it. Maybe a bit of glove, maybe that forearm protection.
Carter bowling to Hadley. And he's caught.
Struggle to get to the follow-on mark. 388 for 9.
Well, let's have a close look at it. Well, that's what the umpire said. I reckon it hit the toe.
So Hadley stays put, and Martin Crowe runs through on his behalf, and Chatfield now comes into strike.
Well,
very nasty delivery, and really it was short again, but didn't bounce as much, and Chats fended off. I'm not quite sure where it came from. It doesn't really matter because it fell harmlessly. But let's see if we pick this one up. He ducked into it, he lost sight of it. Maybe a bit of glove, maybe that forearm protection.
Carter bowling to Hadley.